So you're thinking about moving to Fort Wayne, Indiana, or maybe you've already made the decision, but you don't know the city, or you've maybe never even been here. Today I want to talk about a very important step, and that's going to be a discovery trip to Fort Wayne. Before we get started, my name is Jake McAfee. I'm a local real estate agent here in Fort Wayne. I have 14 years of experience, and I've also moved away and come back, so I know exactly what you're going through, and I can make it an easy step-by-step process to reduce stress and try to enjoy the process as much as possible. Okay, so as we mentioned, we're gonna talk about a discovery trip today, and by that I mean a trip to Fort Wayne. Maybe you're gonna be here for a week. You know, the time may vary a little bit, but the important thing is that you're gonna come here and try to get a feel for the city. So I'm gonna give you a blueprint, a little checklist, if you will, to help break it down and make the trip as efficient and as fruitful as possible. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is where you're gonna stay. I'm gonna break down a couple hotel options, and really throughout this list, I'm gonna be using different sides of town. So north side of town, downtown area, and southwest parts of town. So that way, regardless of where you're moving to, you should at least have some options thanks to this video. So the first option at hotel, this is a little bit higher end, gonna be a little bit pricier, but if you want something uniquely Fort Wayne that's built like nothing else, I recommend the Bradley Hotel. Right in the heart of downtown, newer construction. It's beautiful, very ornate. There's a cool bar on the, I think, third floor. I forget what floor it's on, maybe third, and it overlooks the city. You've got panoramic views. But if you want a break from the cookie cutter hotel, the Bradley is definitely your option. On the north side of town, we've got Spring Hill Suites and the Hilton Garden Inn. These are both right by Parkview Hospital, but they're conveniently located near I-69 and DuPont on the north side of town. So if you're thinking of buying in that area, this is gonna be a great area where you'll have access to all different parts of Fort Wayne easily. There's restaurants in the area. My office is actually right around the corner, so if we're gonna plan on meeting, that would be very convenient as well. So those are two great, clean, nice, safe, quiet area options. And then on the southwest side of town, right off Jefferson or 24, we've got two of the same options. We've got a Hilton Garden Inn and another Spring Hill Suites. I'm trying to keep it simple for you guys, but it's right by Lutheran Hospital, right by, again, I-69 Interstate, and there's a lot of restaurants and shopping around there as well. So it's very conveniently located from either side of town. You can have easy access to the rest of the city based on these two locations. Okay, step number two, this is getting a feel for the city and the driving patterns. What I mean by that is I recommend coming and actually figuring out where your location for work is gonna be and the neighborhoods that you're considering, or maybe a certain part of town. I actually recommend driving those routes during rush hour. So if you're gonna work 9 to 5, drive it at 8:30 in the morning and 5:30 at night, at 6 at night, and get a feel like, is this something I actually wanna do every single day? So make sure you're driving those routes when you're gonna be driving them for your work hours. Also, you wanna make sure if being close to hospitals is important, we've got a lot of great options here. So you wanna see like, what's my route to healthcare? What's my route to the hospital? That kind of thing, if that's important and an important factor in your decision. I also recommend driving around and checking out the areas that you're interested in the neighborhoods. You know, just kind of get a feel for the neighborhood. You know, you can see how many cars are parked in the street. Is somebody changing their oil on the front lawn kind of thing? Or, you know, do you see a lot of kids at play? Maybe that's a great thing if you have kids. Maybe if you don't want to be around kids, that'd be a bad thing. So make sure that you get a feel for the neighborhood. Definitely drive it at night. I especially recommend this for, you know, kind of the downtown transitional areas. If you really want to get a feel for it, definitely nighttime is the way to go. That's when the weirdos come out, so you can see who's weird in the area based on who's coming out at night, especially if it's summer. If it's winter, sometimes people hunker down, but in the summer, they're gonna come out at night and you can get a really good feel for it. Okay, the next one is checking out houses. And if you've seen my previous videos, you already know my stance on this. If you don't, so I generally have a policy that before we start showings, we're gonna have a pre-approval, and we are legally required to have a buyer agency agreement. I don't necessarily recommend looking at property on the discovery trip. Now, you can go check out open houses. You can go see open houses, you can get a great feel, but if you're not moving right then, there's really no point in looking. I know you're excited, I know you wanna look, I'll also tell you, most agents in town will show you property. I would beware of an agent who's showing you property without a pre-approval letter and without a buyer agency agreement. You'd be shocked at how many people are not following the rules there. We are legally required to have a contract with you before showing property. And if you're not pre-approved, you cannot write an offer. If you cannot write an offer, asking a family to pack up and leave the house so you can look at it, to me, is technically not appropriate. You know, I don't think we need to be looking at homes that are occupied. But with open houses on the weekends, sometimes on weeknights, you can find these on Zillow, or I can get a list for you. Or if you go through my website, myindianahomes.com, it'll have a list of open houses in the area. So you can check out the neighborhoods you want. You can get a feel for the neighbors. You can walk through houses, that kind of thing. So open houses are the way to go. And again, I know some of you are wanting to see houses right away, even if it's 6-8 months before you're gonna move. I promise you're gonna have to trust me on this one. It's not gonna help you, but open houses can scratch that itch. Another factor would be schools. You know, if you're figuring out what neighborhood you wanna be in based off of school districts, the top 2 rated school districts in our area are Southwest Allen County and Northwest Allen County. So if you see it in listings, it might say NWAC or SWAC zone, that's what that means. I recommend driving from the neighborhoods you're interested in to the schools during, you know, the kind of the rush hour during the school drop-off period, and get a feel for, is this something you want to do? You know, there's little quirks. Sometimes turning left out of a neighborhood onto a busy street can be a little tricky, stuff like that. Or maybe traffic gets backed up at this certain intersection during school drop-off and you don't want to deal with that. You can get a feel for that by driving it during school drop-off hours, you know, while you're on this discovery trip. So I think that's another important piece of the puzzle when figuring out which house and which neighborhood you want. So the next thing I want to cover is different activities. Obviously, you're going to have a little bit of a time constraint, so I'm not going to go too deep into this one. There are a couple things I want to cover. Number one, we are a city of parks, and so parks and outdoor recreation or exercise may be a factor in you moving. So I recommend, even if you drive through, I'm going to throw 3 parks out there in different parts of town. Shoaf Park on the northeast side of town. I grew up near there. It's my favorite park. They've got playgrounds and hiking paths and ponds and basketball courts and pickleball and a golf course and disc golf, and it's just very peaceful, very beautiful. I absolutely love Shoaf Park. Outdoors activities is important. You definitely drive through. The other one, we're going to go downtown now. That's Promenade Park. So Promenade Park is right along the river. There's a playground, hiking and jogging areas, sitting areas, little water features. Very pretty and important to keep in mind when you're looking at it. Promenade Park was part of phase 1 for the riverfront redevelopment. The north side of the river is all being redeveloped. So that park is going to be kind of the anchor around all this new development. So keep that in mind when you're looking at it. The last park I would recommend, south side of town, Foster Park, very similar to Shoaf. It's got a golf course, it's got a little bridal area where wedding photos and weddings take place, pickleball, just pretty much anything you want in a park, lighted pickleball, lighted tennis, big playgrounds, paths. You can walk along the river, there's a little bridge. Foster Park is very beautiful, and it's located right next to historic Southwood Park. So if you want to check out some cool historic homes, you can drive through there as well while you're in the area. If you're here in summer and you want something fun to do, I recommend going to the Fort Wayne Zoo. Even if you don't have children, it's a wonderful zoo. There's a lot of great landscaping, good animals. It's kind of the right size. Like by the time you're done with it, you're kind of getting tired and ready to go, but it's not massive, but not too small either. So the Fort Wayne Zoo, or checking out a baseball game, Fort Wayne Tin Caps, right in the heart of downtown. My wife and I have done it for date nights. We've taken the kids there as well. Very fun for all ages. It's a good time. They do a great job. Okay, the last thing we're gonna cover, I wanna go over some restaurants while we're here. So I'm gonna cover some coffee spots, some breakfast spots, some casual dining, and then more upscale dining depending on what you're looking for while you're here. So first, if you're on the north side of town, you gotta check out Mocha Lounge. It's a great spot to work, you know, if you wanna just set up your laptop, kind of hang out, have a great cup of coffee. Very popular. You'll see a lot of people going through there, and it's kind of a local business meeting. I've had plenty of business meetings there as well, and obviously friends meet up and stuff, but Mocha Lounge is a good spot. Next is Forteza. This is located right in the heart of downtown. Also very trendy, you know, it's actually pretty spacious and kind of spread out, so there's always a lot of people on laptops working down there, and it's a good place to meet people or just kind of hang out and get a feel for downtown lifestyle. Then on the south side of town is Friendly Fox. This is located near the Southwood Park neighborhood I just referenced by Foster Park. So if you are going in that area, you can check out Southwood, Foster Park, and then hit Friendly Fox. Friendly Fox is cool because it's a little kind of cafe neighborhood right in the heart of the neighborhood, so it almost feels like it's part of the neighborhood. But they've got great coffee, sandwiches, salads, you know, kind of light eats, lunch style food. But it's a great spot for coffee and kind of hang out and get a feel for the neighborhood. So in regards to breakfast food, we're gonna start on the north side of town, Sunrise Cafe. It's a simple, kind of classic breakfast food spot. Been there many times, very good place. It was recently owned by a friend of mine's father. He sold it, but they're carrying the tradition forward, and it's just your good classic breakfast spot. Downtown, you gotta hit Davy's Bagels. They do steamed bagel sandwiches, and they are so good. Chef's kiss to Davy's. They have coffee as well, other spots. It's a good spot to hang out, a lot of cool art, very eclectic. But Davy has worked really hard. He kind of came up during the COVID years and really just took off, and his restaurant has been doing very well. So I would recommend Davy's Bagels if you want an amazing bagel sandwich. If you're on the southwest side of town, I would recommend Sarah's Family Restaurant. It's kind of your, you know, heartier meals, bigger portions. There's checkers for kids to play, or tic-tac-toe, that kind of thing, you know, coloring book or coloring placemats, that kind of thing. It's very family friendly, very busy, definitely one of the busier spots in town, but Sarah's Family Restaurant if you're on the south side of town. So for casual eating, I'm trying to pick non-chain restaurants, so some of these may seem kind of random. Number one, if you're looking for buffalo wings and ribs, amazing. It was founded by someone who I believe used to live in Buffalo, New York, brought that style here. And we have a lot of actually surprisingly good wing spots around town, but that place is my favorite, and they always deliver, literally and figuratively. Next is Tequila. So Tequila is a Mexican restaurant. We also have actually a lot of amazing taco and Mexican restaurants. Tequila, to me, is my favorite. Their margaritas are incredible. Their food is so good. I don't know if high-end Mexican is the right word for it, but it's definitely a step up. You'll notice, like, very flavorful. Everything is very well done. It's not just like a massive portion place. It's, you know, very, very tasty. And again, their margaritas are incredible. They have a lot of options and you pretty much can't go wrong, but Tequila is, you know, probably my top 3 restaurants in town. So next, if you like pho, the noodle soup, we've got a couple good options. We've got Kim Vu on the north side of town, and then my personal favorite, Banh Mi Pho Shop. That's located just south of downtown on Fairfield. Both of them owned by wonderful people, and the pho is incredible. You probably don't think like Vietnamese pho and Fort Wayne together, but we are lucky enough to have them. So if that's something you're into, definitely recommend checking it out. So we'll finish on the north side of town. We're gonna talk about upscale restaurants. Out north, we've got Black Canyon. I love Black Canyon, it's so good. It's a great spot if you just wanna sit at the bar and have a cocktail, or if you want very delicious food. That place is always gonna be special to me. Special/scarring is where I found out I was having twins. My wife and I met for lunch there, and I found out like right before she told me, but when we got there, and we were both in shock, like just like what in God's name is happening to us. But definitely check out Black Canyon. Don't let me stop you. I actually give a lot of gift cards away there because that is one of my favorite spots as well. So if you want upscale and you want seafood, this is kind of a special night out type of place. Paula's on Main, or some people just call it Paula's. It's just west of downtown. It's probably considered downtown on Main Street. Wonderful atmosphere, wonderful ambiance. I go there often for anniversary dinners, or you know, it's my mom's favorite restaurant in town. So if we want to do something special with the group, we'll go there. You know, definitely on the pricier end, but just amazing seafood, amazing lobster, so good. I've had a great steak there. Their cocktails are good, and again, the atmosphere is wonderful. And if you like the pregame, right next door is O'Sullivan's if you want to hit a dive bar for a pint, and then go next door if you want to get a little taste of both. But check out Paula's if you're looking for something top-notch and seafood. So last, we're gonna finish on the southwest side of town at Catablu. It's a wonderful spot, very similar to Black Canyon. Not maybe on necessarily with the menu, but just kind of the atmosphere, very classy, you know, very friendly. I run into people there. There's people hanging out at the bar a lot, having a drink, that kind of thing. So definitely check out Catablu if you're on the southwest side of town. Okay, that wraps up the list. I know it was kind of simple, but I wanted to keep it nice and tactful so that when you came here, you've got a list made out. You can check off the boxes. You know where to stay, you know where to visit, you know where to eat, you know how to have some little bit of entertainment or outdoor time. You need to check all those boxes and really get a feel for the city. I definitely recommend getting out, getting in a restaurant, getting in a coffee shop, getting a feel for the city, getting a feel for how people interact with each other. It's one of the things that Fort Wayne folks are the most proud of is our Midwest, our Hoosier hospitality, we call it. It's a very friendly environment, and it's a big reason on why I moved back. So if you are moving here or you're thinking about moving here and you need some questions answered, I would love to be your real estate agent of choice. Again, my name is Jake McAfee. I've done the move myself and I've got plenty of real estate experience. I can help walk you through step by step. So my contact info is in the description, or feel free to hit that subscribe button and we'll catch you on the next video.